All right, have and have not fans. This is one of my final videos stemming from the finale of season 4. I have one more to record after this one. Now, the theme of this video is going to be my predictions on season 5. Now, again, I appreciate all of you, those who follow me and tweet me on Twitter, those who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment, those who like my have and have not Facebook page and either send me direct messages, comment on their page itself, or comment on my post. But I want to just start off this theory video by saying that this is a script-free enterprise that I'm doing as a fan. What does this mean? This means that all of my theories are 100% theories. I don't have any access to Tyler Perry Studios information in terms of Tyler Perry or somebody on Twitter is like, hey, Jeremy, really like your blogs and stuff, so here's a list of episode titles and summaries so you can make theories off of that. That's not what I do. These are 100% my, I don't want to call it opinionated videos. These are videos and theories based off everything we've seen so far on TV. Me and my mom discussed it a lot, and then from there we kind of mold these theories based off what we've seen in the story, the characters' personalities, and where the story might go. So when this isn't like a calling anybody out, but again, I appreciate those of you who like send me messages and whatnot that tell me, hey, if you want to find out a full list of the episodes of season 5, or hey, if you want to find episode summaries of the episodes coming out, you can find it at this website. I don't ever click the links because, again, I'm a fan just like everybody else. Again, I don't make a dime or a penny from these videos. I'm just making them because I am a fan. This is just like when I started a blog. It's my way as a fan of discussing the series with other have and have not addicts like myself. So, again, I just want to let you know up front, I don't have any, I've said this before, again, I don't have any access to Tyler Perry Studios. I don't know where the story's going. I'm only making theories based off what we've seen. So whenever you look at these videos, and again, I do find it flattering whenever people think I do work for Tyler Perry Studios because, hey, your theory was on point. Like, it happened exactly like you said it would. Even though you made the video months ago, it happened in the series. Cause I remember you did a blog on it. That is what makes me kind of blush because it's like showing me right there, this is actually paying off, where paying attention to every detail and thinking about it around the clock. And then somebody or a character says, and that's why I love Jennifer, because when she finally told David she is investigating the homicide, not suicide of Amanda, I almost, jumped out of my chair because I've been pitching that idea for over a year in terms of, I don't believe it was a suicide. People were saying I was crazy. People were saying, dude, shut up. It was called suicide. I was like, that was a big screw you to everybody who doubted me because it really happened. So again, I don't look at any, what's that website called? IMDb was an Internet Movie Database. Some people tell me, oh, hey, if you look on there, you'll see a full list of the cast members. Like, there's a new character here. I never look at that. Again, I just want to make this isn't a rant. It's just like, I want to let you know, these are 100% fan theories that I've made with my mom. I don't have any access to Tyler Perry Studios. Again, I'm just a fan. I have no connections like that. The only quote-unquote connections I have are to the have and have not cast members who are gracious enough to tweet me on the regular. And even then, I've asked some of them like I would send them a theory video link like, hey, do you think this is going to happen? They'll say, that's a good theory, but you'll have to watch and find out. I appreciate that because I don't want spoilers. And there's nothing better than seeing one of my theories turn out to be correct when I see it in the episode. So again, just wanted to put that out there. I appreciate you sending me links and all, but just know I will never open them because I want these theories to be honest, fan-made. That way, whenever I see them on screen, I'm just as surprised as you are. All that's to say, let's get to the topic of this video being, what do I think? What do I think? Not know. What do I think will happen in season 5? Now, I said it in my episode review. Pretty much the episode opened up with a can of worms in terms of all the different plots that were open but not fully discovered. Being the first major plot was the police with the search warrant busting into Candace's house. Justin getting information from Jeffrey, look in the backyard, find those keys. That's pretty much it. Jeffrey gave Candace a call. She's like, hey, I'm turning off my phone because she was trying to get on Benny's good side. Like, hey, I'm going to get the money. Don't worry about it. And that's when she went to Oscar. So I think, obviously, three things that need to be pointed out in the first episode. One, what did the cops find as they continue their hunt in Candace's house? Two, well, obviously, they're going to be looking at the bleach area of the floor that Quita, pointed out. It turns out this area of the floor is a different color. Oh, it was a pet stain. You ain't got no pet. You ain't got no pet. It was a previous owner. I just bought the house. Then we get to maybe Justin doing his investigation in the backyard by himself. Then we get to the whole, I guess you could say, trying to put it all together. Yes. Oscar obviously being beaten up by that pipe because Candace was laying the pipe, but not in a good way. She was beating his ass with that pipe. Let's hope all of his teeth weren't getting. It looked like he busted his nose. I saw his nose bleeding. And again, he doesn't have the money. It's all gone. It was given back to Jim. And then the other plot being Jennifer's body on the floor. Veronica still reeling after seeing Catherine pretty much just kill her. That's wow. I wonder if she's going to have any regrets, when she gets upstairs and realize what she's done, the magnitude and weight of what she did, which was murder, finally get to her, or the fact that, the mama bear is finally back on the prowl. She's not taking anything from anybody. Because again, I just wonder what would have happened if Jim saw what went down. Would he have said? I'm pretty sure if he saw that, he wouldn't say anything that's off key or like a smart ass to her. Again, I will say that much. And also another thing to take into consideration is Wyatt waking up. I think that he might wake up midway into the season. I think that's a plausible time frame for him to wake up, either during the mid-season finale or right before the mid-season finale of season 5 will be him waking up. Not sure how things will, happen from there in terms of, his inheritance, just the situation with that. I feel like he has a lot to wake up to, put it that way. A lot of stuff has went down since he's been in that coma. So, wow. There's just so much for him to catch up on, especially with Jennifer being dead. And also Catherine knowing about him being molested. Let's see. There's just so much ground to cover. I can't guarantee that I'm certain that, Jeffrey would either be off the hook for Veronica make him get engaged. I feel like we need to see what Justin finds at Candace's house before I can really speculate as to whether or not Jeffrey is completely off the hook from Veronica, or if he will actually engage to Melissa after asking her parents. Because I said in another video, I think it would be awesome if they got to the wedding itself, like they're about to do their vows and everything, but then something happens to get them off the hook. I feel like that would be a great way for Veronica to be exposed, as well as, her plans being foiled and Jeffrey gets off the hook. Because again, I still say that those two should have worked together instead of working against each other. Now, moving on to Warlock, I feel like he's either going to get out of jail because he's just been missing for 3 episodes. He hasn't been in the cell beside Jim. I don't know how he's going to get off, if Benny's going to bail him out so he can get at him for, threatening his life, as well as Candace pushing himself up on her. If Tinka Sumter's pregnancy in real life will be written into the series, being that Warlock made her pregnant from all the forcing himself upon her for the money. I don't know. Wow. Then you move to the Erica David situation. Will David's suspicions, lead him to not fall for Erica? Even if Erica, she has marked him, how will she get the money? How will she take him for everything that he has? I want to see how that will go down, especially if Oscar is alive after the beatdown from Candace, and David gives. That's why I feel bad for Oscar, because again, he was about to leave town, but he stuck around just until David got Erica's name so he could look her up for David. And because of that, that's why he got discovered at the office and Candace beat him almost to death with that pipe. So I really do feel bad for him. And I don't hate him, because he was just doing his job, which was getting the money that Candace extorted from Jim. He was doing what was right. So all those haters saying, hey, he got what he deserved. No, he didn't. I do feel like he should. I still don't know why he went to Candace's house. Remember after he said he was going back to New York on a business trip on his private jet, and then sent her like that living room full of flowers, and then that's when she called him up with a mad black woman voice in terms of, "Hey, where is my money?" Why did he go back? Like, his job was, he had gotten the money that she extorted. He most likely transferred that information to why did he go back? At that point, he had no reason. Cause I even tweeted, Philip about that. Yo, why did you go back? He said he was just playing the character he was just playing the game. I respect that, but I still don't know why he went back. Like, literally, his job was done. He had no reason to go back to her house, because that tells me right there, Oscar has never dealt with a black woman in terms of his job retrieving extorted items. Because if so, he would have known based off that tone, he had no business going back to that house. That's where it's funny, because she pulled a knife on him. At the end of season 3, that's when he was fighting her off before Quincy punched him one good time and he ran the house. Next thing you know, she follows into the campaign office and busts his ass with a pipe. So that he made the mistake right there. Like, if he would have kept going where he was going, he wouldn't have had to deal with Candace anymore. I feel like after the beatdown, I feel like Candace is going to leave him alive. He's going to be alive. That's when David's going to forward the information or go back to the campaign office and find his right-hand man in a bloody mess. Then finds out the name was Erica. If I'm not mistaken, when Erica went up to Oscar at the bar or the restaurant that night when he was on a date, I got to rewatch it. I think she said her name was Erica. And that's when, if David tells him the name Erica, he's going to put 2 and 2 together and discover that her and Candace are in league with each other or something like that. Or Erica's trying to screw him over. I feel like that would be another reason for Oscar to stay relevant in the series before he splits down, because obviously he just got beaten down by the person pursuing him. So, that was a mouthful. So we talked about, let's see, Oscar, Candace, David, Erica, Wyatt waking up, whether or not Jeffrey will be engaged, Veronica I don't know how she's going to clean up that mess. I mean, literally, I don't know what's going to happen with the body, how that's going to get out of there, Jennifer's body. And I really think the feds or somebody else, I believe I mentioned this in my Jennifer video, that the feds, the FBI, somebody's going to come snooping around Savannah, Georgia, because too many important people are coincidentally found dead, being Maggie Day and now the DA. And then you got Jim just in his jail, doesn't know what jail cell, not knowing what's going on. Not to mention, what about Warlock getting rid of the pictures and whatnot from Candace's house? What if the cops storm the house and then find the safe and then discover all those pictures of Jim? And what about Candace getting the videotape and whatnot of Quincy from Pearl's house? Well, that's gone now because, obviously she showed the video and the pictures to those detectives that came over to her house to get the information. Now they got the name. So these so-called plot devices, such as, Jim getting Warlock to help him out so he'll get him out of jail, all that's it's going to be irrelevant if the feds find it. Now, man, there's way too much going on. Like, there's way too much stuff going on right now for it to flow smoothly, because I feel like, again, season 5 premiere episode, there's a lot of ground that needs to be covered, but I don't think everything's going to be done at one time, as well as, Tony's kidney, Celine having all that child support money that Jim gave her. We're talking millions here, as well as, I speculated in another video that Byron might come back because the way he was written all the series was a way for him to come back. Then you got Michael, the grandfather of little Lizzie. There's just way too many. And then maybe Landon will come back. I don't know how or why, but I don't know. Maybe he'll come back to the series because he just flew the coop after Maggie got killed. So because he was her right-hand man, perhaps if the FBI or somebody comes, asking the right questions to the wrong people, maybe he'll get back into the series in terms of helping to figure out, what happened to his boss. There are just also, what the most important question is, okay, what will happen to the tow company, Candace's house, and Minnie's house? Will she somehow get the $2 million? I don't think Mitch is going to get it from the Malones because again, him and Benny agree like, look, that is not the best move because they don't want to owe the mob money because they don't play. Their families will be in danger. You know, Benny's family will be in danger. You know what? I'm going to talk about Mama Rose. I talked about this in, I believe, my episode finale review, but I'm going to talk more about the Malones in another video because, again, I think Mama Rose might come back into the picture if the tow company gets foreclosed on, and then she figures out, like, hey, what happened? You know, what my grandson was trying to go straight, but then something happened to the tow company. So, again, that's another video for another time. So, again, there's a lot of ground to cover in season 5. We're talking those first 2 episodes. They got a lot of ground to cover, but I think it's going to pay off because, again, I feel like season 4's finale was more of a setup for season 5. So I don't think we're going to be disappointed. And if I'm not mistaken, season 5 is going to contain the 100th episode of the Have and the Have Not. So I hope that Tyler Perry brings us a good, episode because it's the 100th episode. We're talking like it should be something special because episode 84, 84 was the episode that came on Tuesday, so we're about 16 episodes away. So I believe episode 16 of season 5 would either be counted as the mid-season finale or I'd say maybe like the 4th or 5th episode of part 2 of season 5. So we might get to the 100th episode perhaps during, maybe next July-ish, give or take, depending on how many episodes air in part 1 of season 5, because you know how it goes. We get about maybe a dozen episodes during the first half of the year, and then during the ending of summer, beginning of fall, that's when we get the second half of a season's episodes. So all that's to say, a lot of stuff has to go down in season 5 because a lot of can of worms have been opened. My hope is that a lot of these unresolved plots and newly open plots get resolved in season 5 before more characters and whatnot are introduced, because I feel like there's a lot more ground that needs to be completely covered before we start digging up more holes. No Benny, Barry, and Quincy puns included there. So again, let me know, what do you think will happen in season 5? Who do you think will get popped off next? Because it's pretty much a trend where it's like the mid-season finale or finale of every season, somebody either dies, get abducted, gets sent to the hospital. It is crazy up in here. So another thing is like, will Amanda's case be resolved? Was there really a killer? If so, who? Again, I can do, if I wanted to, this video could be like an hour long because there's way too many things that we can talk about. So I'm going to leave it up to you to fill in the blanks. Let me know in the comment section below, what topics of interest do you want to see covered in season 5? Do you think that out-of-town government officials like FBI agents might come around asking questions? Because, again, there are a lot of deaths going on. Hey, I don't know. So please subscribe, like, comment, enjoy, and I'll see you on the next video.